We're about to get underway here. For 32 laps in RFL Spain. Going to kick off tonight's action for RFL. Tier 2 beginning. Tom alongside Emerald. Tom on pole on the outside of your screens. And we're away in Spain. Good start by Tom on Emerald. It looks like Emerald is going to get cut off, but the second shift was much better for Emerald. They're already making contact as they come down. Emerald, though, has taken the lead, and on the inside, he's going to be able to hold it, surely, as they come down to turn 1. He does, and Emerald takes the lead off the start there, but he has to cut the corner in turn 2. This is going to make him vulnerable down towards turn 3. I think it's side by side. Tom on the inside, Emerald on the outside, with Esprez shooting through. He's got the best view of this as Tom goes to the inside. Similar to 2016 with Hamilton Rosberg, but no collision there, and Emerald holds the lead, but going wide there, down toward out turn 4. Tom's now got the outside line, now turns to the inside for turn 5, as Esper is trying to challenge on the outside of Tom, round the outside of turn 5, gets pushed off the grass, on the track into the grass. Cal goes into P3, trying to challenge Tom now for P2, as Emerald lagging out front. He's still fine though, as Cal up into P3, it's Adam, yes, up into P6. Great start from Adam. Acxcve into P7 as well. Label dropping back. He struggled from the start, similar to his teammate. Yep, just saw a bit of carbon fibre there going into the gravel. Not sure who that was. I'm not sure if you saw. As Joel's fighting there with ReeceSimmoLFC and Scott. Scott on the inside there, getting a bit cut off as Cal's dropping back. He's lost position to AdaaamLeee. He's lost position to Lewis. He's lost position to Acxcve, and now battling with Lewis down towards the final chicane. What a hectic start that was. As Cal's round, Cal is round.
Yeah,
gutting for the man
Cal's
who started P4, but what a hectic start, and brilliant for Emerald, who's under pressure from Tom already, and down towards turn 1 we go. Tom's going to look to the inside. No, he's not. He stays behind Emerald, thinks better of the move, and it's Emerald followed by Tom for P1 and P2. In towards turn number 6, I think that is, or 5. I get confused with corner names around here. I'll probably be misnaming them as he goes wide. Adam's now all over the back of Acxcve and down the inside in towards turn 10. That was a tricky move, and it was never going to pay off, and Adam took a huge risk there. He didn't make the move, but round the outside now, down towards turn 11. He had the slipstream. He's got more speed, but he can't hang it around the outside. He has to stay in P5, but BMG Lewis behind is right on the back of this group, and down towards turn 1. Can Adam mount a challenge? As Tom actually was making a move there. Yep, I saw that, but Tom was actually making a move on Emerald, and down towards turn 4 we go. Side by side up the hill, and in towards turn 4. Can Tom take the lead in towards turn 4? Yes, he can, but Emerald's still hanging around the outside, but he can't hang it around enough to keep the hold of the lead. So let's see whether Acxcve and Emerald can mount a challenge. Tom weaving there, trying to break the script team, but he's now going to have to stick to the outside. He can't move anymore, and up the inside goes Acxcve and Emerald. He's going to take the lead, but runs out wide. And he's now going to be vulnerable on the run up to the hill again, as Tom gets a bit squirmy out of turn 2 there, and this could make him vulnerable of not making a move, sorry, down towards turn 4. Now on the inside in towards turn 4 he goes. Down the inside goes Tom. Can he hold this lead, which he had and gained on the last lap? But Emerald on the outside, he's closer than he was last time round, but he's going to tuck in behind and claim P2 and hold P2. Straight line spin downforce as TomGorian gets past Scott. It's side by side as Scott down the inside in turn 5 once again. He holds that position, but TomGorian and Scott really going at it, and Rampage there sitting behind, waiting for his opportunity. Hard compound tyres though should make it to the end of the race. He's got front wing damage actually. He's having a front wing change. As what happened to Emerald? Emerald's off! Emerald is off down at turn 4. The man who was favourite to win this race, the favourite for the championship at the moment, is off, and he's got front wing damage as well. He will have to pit, and the Red Bull driver, Race, who was in the battle for the lead, has gone from pretty good to pretty awful in just a few moments there. Adam down the inside on Acxcve for P3 in towards turn 1. Acxcve forced out wide, but Adam has taken the position there. He's up into P3. Yellow flag and 2.
Is that Emerald? Yeah, that's Emerald. He's lost his whole wing now, so maybe not pitting was the wrong call after all, and that, oh man, his race worse. Gone to worse.
He's back
that's not his teammate. Oh my goodness.
As they're trying to capitalise on the opportunity down the inside towards turn 10. He can't make the move, but now he's got DOS and trying to make a move on Scott. This could be an overtaking opportunity for Sevens. Emerald's out the race, but down the inside goes TomGorian, and he's taking the position on Scott. Really opportunity, but Scott's coming back. And he's in contact with TomGorian.
That's major contact.
Half span a little bit, but he gets away with it.
Oh, as the Scott and TomGorian going wheel to wheel once again, and Scott with that damage is not helping him out at the sliders. And the Renault right behind him. Joe's up the inside of TomGorian. Is he going to make it stick? Yes, he does. And that is very opportunistic from Jules to put himself up into P8, and now he can mount a challenge on Scott. So
into their own as Lewis is on the back and side by side with his teammate.
Yep.
Acxcve on the outside, Lewis on the inside, but Lewis backs off with Adam actually on the back of Perez there. But Acxcve, yeah, having a little moment there. And oh, Joel's span round at the same place Emerald did. He didn't lose any of the front wing, I don't think. He was facing away from the wall. Yeah, its front wing looks fine. And it's raining! The rain is coming! There is rain in the air. It's raining on track at the moment. And this could play a huge part in the way this race unfolds.
And into the third sector, wheel banging, lots of wheel banging, and that is, the steward's gonna look into that one, I'm afraid, but yeah.
I think you can, but you never know. The intermediates were at the same rate in the mediums, I think.
Acxcve.
And there goes Acxcve on AdaaamLeee for P3. That should be an easy move. I think he's got that. Adam had no DRS there. Don't actually know why.
Round the outside goes Scott and TomGorian wheel banging once again. Oh, well, Scott has to go across the track, and that is a bit dangerous, I'm not going to lie. But Joel now Joel's making a move on TomGorian, and he's up the inside into turn number 4, and he is now made up for his mistake. And he's now back up into P7.
Through the middle of turn 4, really, on Acxcve. He can have the speed through the corner to make it stick. As Acxcve's gone wide, and there goes AdaaamLeee through the inside, and he's taken that position. He stays out. Adam's coming in. Adam
in.
Will Lewis come in? No, both sides of Romeo stay out. So Adam potentially taking the gamble here on either staying dry or it going to intermediate conditions now. He comes into the pits. What will he do? Dry or inters? Soft tyres for Adam. He's gambling that he's going to stay dry for a little bit longer and enough so he can regain all the time that he loses, especially on how old these tyres are going to be for the Alfa Romeos who are battling side by side. Lewis on the inside down towards turn 4. And Lewis is going to take the position, but Acxcve hanging around the outside. This is a crucial move for Lewis. He needs to make sure that he pits first and doesn't get held up. As Acxcve still on the inside, he knows what's at stake here, and they're both battling side by side. And Acxcve, held the position and held P3.
Adam, to close back up on these two.
Down the inside.
Yep.
At the end of that second DRS straight, and he's going to make the move on the exit, and it looks like he's got P3. Acxcve's going to tuck him behind, but now Acxcve needs to make sure he stays close and potentially launch another attack down the main straight and in towards turn 1. So the leader in, Acxcve in, Perez now takes the lead of this race, but what tyres are going on Tom? It's the
intermediates
for Tom. Acxcve is pissing onto the let's have a look. Hards. So completely split strategy. What the race leader is the first one on intermediates. That is such a huge gamble, and one that I didn't expect. Adam comes across now in 5th place. He's now just on the back of Tom. This gamble could have worked for him.
Tom.
As look how much he's struggling.
Losing ground.
There goes Adam up the inside on those soft, easy move for Adam, and Tom has potentially completely bottled this race win. He was in a comfortable position out there, but he took a gamble, and the gamble looks to have failed, and he's struggling for grip. As round the final corner we go, on board with Adam, he's catching, Reece defends the inside, and this is going to be an easy move for P3, and it is. Adam has taken P3, but Reece still hanging down the inside. No, he tucks in behind. Acxcve, that should be an easy move as well. Acxcve has taken P5, and Tom is now definitely behind, but Tom's not going to have to hope that it starts to rain.
Like you said, he's going to be disappointed. And
BMG Lewis
going to be kicking himself.
He had a huge speed down the straight. He goes round the outside and he takes the lead of this race. Perez beginning to really struggle on those medium tyres now. Days DNF for turn 2.
I think so. T2.
A disappointing entrance to T2.
TomGorian.
TomGorian around the outside of Joel's. Joel's half been there, but Joel's really struggling. What's happened with Joel? Is he pitted?
Yeah, he's got front wing damage.
Okay, that's why. Perez is pitted.
Perez is in.
And now let's see what tyres. It's
Hards.
The Hards compound tyres for Perez. So going to the end of the race, Acxcve is going to take that position. It's pretty much beyond doubt, I think, that actually Perez has actually kept that position. That has surprised me. I thought Acxcve was going to be way out in front there, but no.
Why then that will allow Acxcve to close up massively down the straight. gaining, he's gaining. Is it going to be enough to send it into turn 1? Tries to dummy it, but Perez knows that that was coming and he's stuck it behind.
What tyres will it be for? Label and Joels have just pitted for intermediate tyres, but they're at the back. They've got nothing to lose. What will Lewis do?
Intermediates.
Intermediates for Lewis.
Intermediates.
The Alfa Romeo driver taking the gamble that Tom did from the lead of the race, but he did have to pit one more time anyway. But how will this pay off for Lewis? Will he be quicker than we expect or slower than we expect? Joe's retiring the session. You were in P7, unlucky for him, as virtual safety car.
Safety car.
Safety car. And
okay,
we're going to now see a mad rush in the pit.
Perfect.
Perez is pitted, but now AdaaamLeee can pit pretty much, and maybe even stay in the lead. It will be very, very close. The gap is 12 seconds between them.
We couldn't really tell because he immediately slowed down at the exit of T1. So, yeah, intermediate goes on for the Ferrari.
Acxcve in as well, but where will AdaaamLeee come out in relation to Lewis? It looks like he's going to come out behind the Alfa Romeo driver.
P2.
We'll find out now as Acxcve has his pit stop service. Perez coming down the straight now. The Delta's been disabled, so Perez can go as fast as he wants, and now it's a race out of the pit lane between Acxcve and Perez. Acxcve on the inside.
Yeah,
Perez
it's just a hit.
He's first to the safety car line. It looks like Acxcve will hold P3. Lewis is going to lead us away. The man who's leading the championship. We thought it was a battle between himself and his teammate for the championship, but he's becoming under pressure from the pack around him in recent races. But now, can he challenge and pull away from the pack in Spain as he restarts the race? Good restart there. He gets a good exit from the chicane. Adam, a little squirmy there as he's losing time, but then around the final corner, Lewis a bit squirmy there. Now Adam is going to go down the straight, and we know Adam is running high downforce, so he won't be able to challenge on the straight, but it'll be very, very close in the corners. As down towards turn 1, Adam is a bit too far back to make a move. Acxcve there having
Tom going on
up
Reece
into P5, around the outside. He goes on ReeceSimmoLFC up the inside there. He takes the position. He's up into P5, but he has got that drive through, remember. As Lewis now leads down towards turn 4, ahead of AdaaamLeee, ahead of Acxcve, ahead of S. Perez.
That's Reece round. Reece is round and he's down, well, dropping positions left, right, and center. Be careful, Reece don't reverse into someone. So yeah, okay, he's now in P8. And that is Label into P5. So Label making no mistakes, just staying behind, making Reece crack under pressure, and he is now up into P5. Yeah, just want to point out, at the moment Lewis is not pulling the gap that he needs. He has a 3-second time penalty, remember, and so yeah, Adam is in prime position to win this race.
And now it looks like it's all in AdaaamLee's corner. He's got to make sure he doesn't lose 3 seconds on his final lap here. It looks as if
2.2.
Yeah, it looks as if he's lost about half a second on the first sector alone. He's got to make sure he doesn't lose 0.8 of a second. And look at how much EOS that Lewis has in reserve. As I think AdaaamLeee is gonna struggle to take the win here, but he still has 0.7 of a second in his pocket. He gained some time coming up the hill, and he's under pressure behind from Acxcve. That's not going to really do well for his concentration. He's trying to think about Acxcve behind. Lewis not utilising all his EOS.
Is he going to send it?
But
no, he doesn't.
Stays behind, but putting Lee under pressure. He's gone a bit wide, and Acxcve had a little look, but he doesn't make the move. And 5.43 of a second is the gap between them, between Lewis and Adam for the race win. Lewis is going to take the win on track as he comes round the final few corners. Round the chicane in the final corner we go. Lewis is going to take the win on track here in Spain. A dominant drive in the final section of the race, but it looks like AdaaamLeee is going to win in RFL Spain after penalties. Adam wins with a fast drive. Acxcve comes home 3rd position. S. Perez in 4th. He lost a bit of time in the final few laps. Label RedDevil comes home in P5 with Cal 17 F1, both of which had a recovery drives, P5 and P6 respectively. Scott in P7, ReeceSimmoLFC, who looked on for a top 5 finish before the safety car. He finishes P8, and then TomGorian, the man who could have won that race, he's clearly not happy with himself. He finishes P9, and AMS Joels was waiting for him to cross the line. Now he finishes P10 and 2 laps down